Welcome everyone to this round 7 of Straight Line Racing Season 6. This is the A1 League. Round 7 is obviously Montreal. A great track, but as maybe some of you know, it's always raining for some reason. Anyway, some people are going out. I think we're going to see inters for the entirety of our session, and I don't know if we're going to have another race with rain, since we had light rain in T2 yesterday, and we had heavy rain and light rain, and also dry a little bit at the end of the T1 race about an hour ago. So we're going to jump. I think we have an out lap somewhere here. Alright, so I guess this is our first one who's going to cross the line, is going to start his out lap. I mean his flying lap, sorry. I want to see how they do. A bit wide. Oh, he's going to lose a lot of time at the exit of turn 1 before the center chicane. I don't know what's going on. Alright. Okay. Down a third. Back on the power. Short shifting. Great exit. Could have been a bit more wide. Carry more speed. But as I said, this track is really good, but it's tricky in wet conditions. Even the slight rain could affect your lap. This is obviously a lap you do with unlocked setup. Sort of fact you need to adapt. Here I don't know what our race is going to look like, if it's going to be dry or wet, but if they are running a dry unlocked setup, it's pretty difficult to get a perfect lap out here. And we're going to have our first time 1:22.9. We're going to see if we can have someone else. That was wide for Muggern. 1:22.6 for someone I didn't see. Cat Vishar, 1:22.6. Seems like this week. Here's Montana. We're going to jump right in. Montana. 1:18.9 for F1 Mustang. Great lap for him. How did Montana do? 18.3 by Montana. Enough to give him provisional pole. Montana has a great looking for the word, sorry. He's fast, but I don't know how fast he is in rainy conditions. I don't know if someone can top or 1:18.3. Let's jump in with someone who's actually doing a lap. The eventual one, 1:21.3, enough for 5th place. Unseen, who is 2nd, I think, in the Drivers' Championship. He's not going to finish his lap. Vaporizer, who was 2nd last week in Monaco. didn't finish this lap. Probably was invalidated. AJ, who had a difficult performance in T1 today, is gonna look for the front row. 117, 118. He's gonna be in a low, well, in a 120.5, but the lap was invalidated. Vaporizer. Let's see if he's going in or out. Or staying out, I mean. That was really close. I don't know if he got a invalidated lap again. It's probably really slippery out there. I think I'm starting to see rainfall a little more. Lion has a glitch. Oh, we're probably not gonna see him get a better lap time. Dark Warrior is in front of Montana. Montana, who was going in. Dark Warrior is gonna 120.3. He's gonna have 7/10 up over his previous lap. Good enough for 6th for 120.3. AJ completed. Oh, okay. So AJ completed the lap. 118.8. Good enough for 2nd place. Well done to him. There's still 10 minutes left. Of course, nothing is played already. Still have a lot of laps to go. And maybe we're gonna see a drier track at the end of the session. Back on the power. Up into 8th, probably 7th, because it's rainy. Down to 3rd. Slippering a little bit. I mean slippery, sorry. Slippery. At the exit. Power. Short shifting. Out of the hairpin. Mugger, who is on a very good lap, it seems. Braking at the 100-meter board. Taking a lot of chicane, a lot of vibers on the chicane. No more ERS. 120.9 would have put him in 10th, I think. Using the escape road here, but his time was invalidated, unfortunately. Unseen, who is coming down the main straight. 119.3, enough for 5th place. Doesn't seem to be raining anymore. 9 minutes to go. Probably gonna see people going for dry by the end of the session. Out lap for Montana. Let's stick with him. Bit of traffic in front. Down to 4th. Sliding at the apex of turn 7, I think, or 5. I don't remember, honestly. But this one in 5 and 7. And then we have an Alfa Romeo going wide in front. Ooh, that was a load of oversteer. Back on the power. He's going for an early apex at the airpin. I don't think that was a good decision. Carried enough speed, I think, to get into 8th gear for the main straight. And he's going in. I guess his lap wasn't good enough for him. AJ, who is in a out lap, let's stick with him. Let's see if he can get provisional pole. Well, not like that. You're not gonna get a provisional pole with, yeah, that's Drift City here. AJ screwed his lap. Let's jump right in with someone else. Mustang is 1/10 up on his previous lap. Could he go for 2nd place or even more if he gets 1st place? And would be really impressive, actually. Going for the shortest way, 118.7, sorry. Enough for 2nd place. 6 minutes to go. Track seems to be drying up. Have some people doing their lap. FX Hidden, who's been doing great lately, I think, since I joined as a commentator. I think these past few races, Hidden has been doing some great racing. Let's see if he can get a better. He's 1.5 seconds down. He's gonna want to. He's saving up for another lap. Catfish Hunter is on the soft, so he have damage on his front wing? I don't think so. But yeah, so we're starting to see softs, and the DRS is enabled with 5 minutes left. So we're gonna see plenty of people going for maybe soft or maybe mediums. I don't know what the race is gonna look like. It doesn't seem like it's the best out there for the softs, but yeah, Catfish Hunter is simply gonna wait a little more to go on the softs. It's tricky conditions, really. The majority of the people are still on intermediates, except for Montana, who's already going for a hot lap. He's 1.1 second up on his previous intermediate time, so we're gonna see a lot of people, a lot of traffic by the 2nd or the 3rd minute. Yeah, it seems like it's still a bit slippery out there for the racing line. Still seems like yeah, so it still seems like the racing line is slippery. We have some people that's like that, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna listen. See, as Montana did a 1:15.5, that is good for the situation for the time being, but I'm sure we are gonna see a lot more from the other guys in about a minute. Everyone's doing an out lap. If you are doing a lap at this very moment, you may have the chance to come back in the pits to maybe put another set of softs. But it's gonna be tight, obviously. Down the main straight. Braking point, 100-meter board. Down in fourth. No more ERS. Losing a little bit of time. That was a 1:15.8 for Dark Warrior. Someone spun out. Who was that? FX Iden. That was Nene who spun out at the first corner. And Nene is disqualified from the session. Is going to start last. That's going to bring out the yellow flags in Sector 1. As, let's see who's in a lap. Scraggleton, let's jump right with him. He's not doing a lap, okay. AJ, what, a 1:14.5. So it's still drying out. It's still drying up out there. So the times are gonna be really. Yeah. 0 F1 in the Ferrari goes to the 1:14.4. So it's going to be a battle for who can set the last lap time. Braking point, the 100-meter board, back on the power for Hidden. Let's see what he can do. F1 Mustang with a 1:13.7. And Hidden with a 1:14.5. Did I say 1:14.7? I mean F1 Mustang with a 1:13.7. I'm not sure what I said. But Hidden in fifth. And AJ retired from the session, I think. Mocking Weeks seems to be up on his last lap time. Really well done out the corner, not too wide. Just kissing these curbs at the exit. A bit of lockup at the entry, but really managed to get the apex as his teammate lets him by. He's running out of ERS. Down into fifth gear. Really close to the Wall of Champions there. DRS open. 1:12.9 from Mocking Weeks. As there is 10 seconds left. Scraggleton with a 1:13.5. F1 Mustang with a 1:12.1. Montana, is he on a lap? Everyone's on an out lap at this moment. 2 seconds up. He's gonna be in. He's in for a great lap. Montana, let's see if someone else is in front. Unseen. Unseen is going to complete a lap before Montana, so we'll jump right here, right in with him. 0. Is he going for a lap? I don't think so. Yellow flags in sector through. 0 F1 is not doing a lap either. Muggern, sorry, is running out of VRS as NSX Vaporizer with a 1:11.6 is taking provisional pole. Now we'll have to jump with Montana. I think he had every single pole positions in this category, and Montana with a 1:10.8. Really well done. Sven, with a 1:12.1. Well done. So this was a great session. Everyone just did a great lap. Everyone, well, a lot of yellow flags to be honest, but that's what we're gonna get. So Montana taking the pole position with a 1:10.8. Vaporizer is almost a second behind in second place. And Sven is at a 1:12.1. Just right in front of Mustang. And that is really some close times, and it offered us a great show to have some rain here in qualifying. as I'm gonna see these comments. Seems like we have Dark Warrior fans out here. Dark Warrior is in 13th place with a 1:15.8, 5 seconds behind. He didn't really choose the right time to go out. Montana in first, Vaporizer in second, Sven in fourth on the mediums. So that's going to be interesting. Everyone outside this top 10 is going to have the choice to go between the softs or the mediums or even the hards, but I don't think we're going to see any hards today. As we have, yeah, we all hope. As we have dry time, it's really sunny outside, not a single cloud in the sky in Montreal. I'm gonna try to look at where the DRS detection is, because it's not easy to... Okay, so we have a DRS detection at the exit of the airpin as we start this formation lap. Nene starting last in 18. AJ, who had a good qualifying, unfortunately starts in P12 on the medium, so it seems like everyone outside the top 10 went for the harder compound. So they're gonna want a longer first stint. Dark Warrior on the mediums, AJ on the mediums, and Zero on the softs, I think, or the hards. Yeah, the hards. And then Catfish Hunter on the softs, since he's gonna want to catch the guys in front. NSX Unseen in 9th, which is a bit unusual for him since he's been qualifying really higher in the top 3 usually, and he's been finishing in the top 5. So the qualifying was a really difficult thing to master, as everyone is getting placed for the beginning of this race. Nene, who is on the hards, and let's bring out the tires. So I'll just watch that. For the moment, we don't really care about it. Green flag is out. 3, 4, 5 lights. And away we go at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. Great start for Vaporizer, who's gonna be on the outside. And we have Sven, and we have a lot of carnage behind. And F1 Mustang, who was caught up in the middle of this. And and that's Dark Warrior. And that Lion and Warrior. I think Lion kind of lost the rear end of this car and just straight went into the front wing of Lion, who's gonna lose a lot of downforce from this. The intervals, let's see what they look like, as F1 Mustang is at the back for this moment. And we had Mocking Weeks, who started a bit higher, I think. AJ lost 2 places. Dark Warrior won a place. And his teammate is looking down the inside of Lion. It's Craggleton right behind Muggern. And these three guys are really close to each other. And FX hidden down the inside of Craggleton. Craggleton is, I think... Oh, that's a virtual safety car. So who was in front? I think Hidden already made the move. Now it's got to be a good thing for a Lion who's not going to lose much time to the guys in front. Under virtual safety car. Virtual safety car is off. We're back at racing speed. Vaporizer is right behind Montana, and I would like to see someone challenge Montana for first place. We have VTech, who probably looked down the inside of Zero F1, and the gaps are really close from P10 to P14. These guys are about in a 3-second tenths lap. I don't know. They're about in a 3-second margin. Can he outbrake his opponent? And he didn't commit enough the inside. And Vengeful One is just coming out of nowhere. And look at these. Look at this pack of cars. It almost looks like Monza Q3. Dark Warrior making a place. Dark Warrior up to P9. A great move from him. As his teammate makes a place too. And this small train of cars is interesting, but we have battles in the front as well. DRS open from Muggern. He's all in the rear wing of Sven. Could he use the wider line for a better exit at the airpin? And he's on the softs, and that was a bit wide for Sven. But he still got the better exit, but he DRS detections went into 1 second. Hidden is right behind as well as Craggleton. Sven trying to break the slipstream. Second DRS zone. DRS open as FX Hidden picks up the first penalty, 3 seconds for multiple warnings. Hidden is right behind him. Can't make the move. As Unseen seems to be stuck behind Craggleton. And there's a 5-second gap between the Vengeful One and Unseen. So there's 2 trains of cars following each other as Dark Warrior gets a time penalty. These people, mediums, hards, hards. I think that is also medium. Close racing as Unseen makes the move on Muggern. Can AJ make it down the inside? He's gonna wait for it. And that is soft tires for the... I don't know how to say that name, but I'm gonna say for it a Racing Point. DRS open. We have a battle in front. Side by side for the chicane. And he's got the inside as Zero F1 is going for a pit stop. I think he had a problem with his front wing. As Dark Warrior, DRS open. He's already following the Vengeful One from about half a second, I think. That's exactly it. Well, that's 6 tenths now, but Muggern Unseen. DRS open, but Craggleton can defend with DRS since the pack is so close. And Unseen makes his sticks from the outside of the chicane. Nice move. But can Craggleton get in now from the outside? He's going to have the wider line, the better exit. Has Muggern tried to surprise him Scraggleton is going to be very close. The slipstream is going to be great. As Unseen protects the inside, can he outbreak his opponent? And they're going to touch as Unseen retires from the session. The Wall of Champions claiming his first victim of the day. It's surely going to happen when the racing is so close. Going side by side down the main straight, obviously, is quite dangerous. You have to commit fully. But did Unseen have at the inside of the corner? Should have Scraggleton backed off from this, since he was the one trying to overtake. We're not gonna know until the stewards make a decision. Now Dark Warrior is still behind Vengeful One for 7th. So Dark Warrior is in the points for just keeping his fans updated on his position. As his teammate is looking out down the outside of Nene. And he's gonna have DRS. Is Nene going to try it? It's gonna be very close, but quite the racing from these guys. Nene, Akil protecting the inside, and we have Vaporizer, who's going to just slide between these two, takes the inside line of Akil as Nene drops down to P12. Malcolm Weeks, Catfish Hunter battle for, well, obviously not being last. Catfish Hunter with a 3-second time penalty. And these guys seems to be having quite a battle. I didn't realize, but Montana stopped for a new set of tires. People are going in for the pit stop as Muggern inherits the lead because he hasn't stopped yet. Montana is on the hard tire compound, so he's going to want a single pit stop. I think Dark Warrior is promoted to P3, and he made the move on Vengeful One. We missed it. Sorry for every fan out there. But we had a lot. We have a lot going on out here as Scraggleton's Van Hidden are in the pits. AJ down the inside, protecting the inside, but VTech makes the move stick. And now AJ is down the outside. And they touch, and that was... I don't know what to say about that one. I mean, it's always difficult to go side by side with these chicanes, but kind of seems like VTech had the inside line and was defending, so he was defending his position, so he had the choice to go wide or leave space, and he decided not to leave space for AJ. As Vaporizer takes the fastest lap of this race. Dark Warrior is in second place as Vaporizer made him. Okay, yeah. As Vaporizer, I guess he went down the inside, and the Vengeful One defended on the outside and just flipped the wall at the exit. AJ is gonna win a place here. At the same chicane, he previously had a contact with VTech. Nene is promoted to P6. So it's going to be interesting to see how the pit stop is going to work for him. Vaporizer is side by side with Dark Warrior. Fresher tires for Vaporizer. And a toe. And I guess that's a Wall of the Champion again. As Dark Warrior gets another time penalty. I think he's at 6 seconds now. Lion. So what do we have here? Nene is our closest battle of the moment. Vengeful One pitted. Vengeful One was on mediums. He's probably going to pit for the hard tire compound. He's going for the soft. He's gonna have to stop another time. Sorry, another time. As Mocking Weeks probably lost his car. Had to change the front wing. He's going on the mediums. VTech, who also crashed. Who else crashed? I think that's about it. Let's follow Scraggleton, who's gaining up on Muggern quite a lot. Has AJ in front. Down the inside, side by side off turn 1. Can AJ make the move stick? Nicely done. Both drivers respecting each other right there. Giving each other space, giving each other... They clearly understood that it's way better to finish the race than to crash and lose, well, every single point you could have to be in P3 or P4. Scraggleton seems to be gaining on his teammate in Nene down the inside. Nene, who's not going to be more aggressive than that. And Muggern, I think they collided, but that was quite a weird way to collide. Now he's gonna be DRS and the toe. He's gonna watch the outside. Nene trying to squeeze him as they go side by side. Can Nene outbreak him? Nene, great defending. I thought he missed his breaking point, but Nene just outbreak his opponent and defended the inside line. Really well done for him. Muggern is getting the better exit. Nene, I think they collided again. I would give him what Charles Leclerc was given today. That's Muggern a bit wide. Touching the wall. Mocking Weeks with the fastest lap on the mediums. But it doesn't count since Mocking Weeks is in 16th. So he's not eligible for this point. FX Iden, who started the race in 8th, I think, is now overtaking all these people down the main straight. That was close. I'm saying, oof. Sven squeezed hidden in the wall at the exit of the chicane. Was that legal, illegal? We don't know. As he loses an end plate, and he left the session. He abandoned. Okay. He said, I have enough of this shit. I'll just leave. That promotes everyone up a place, basically. So we have a battle right here, right now. We have a battle with Hidden, and we have a battle for Dark Warrior, as Vaporizer is trying to catch up Montana with the fastest lap. Hidden overtaking Nene. And let's see what the tire compounds are about. Fastest lap is a 1:11.3, so obviously pit stop. So everyone stopped except for AJ, Nene. That was corner cut for a Warrior, probably a warning. And that's about it. What is the interval of driver? So if Nene stops, he's gonna be outside the top 10 at this moment. It's not his real position. What I really wanted to have is right there. So can Vaporizer catch him? Speeding in the pit lane for AJ, that is quite unfortunate. He's not going to be able to serve his penalty, as Vaporizer is catching is catching Montana quickly. It's about I'm sorry. Where was I? So we have battles behind, but the battle for the lead is pretty much on. DRS open. These guys are probably, he's trying to break the toe. He's giving him, Vaporizer, the inside. He was gonna overtake Montana, and now it is Vaporizer's job to limit his mistakes as he goes for the fastest lap. He's gonna want to pull off as far as he can, because he's on the mediums. He's gonna have to stop again, probably, as AJ makes a move on Nene. That's a nice rhyme. I think Nene hasn't stopped yet. I think Nene is the only one who didn't stop. Where's the battle? Catfish? Or Montana is still right behind him. He's in the DRS, so is he going to gain time? Because Vaporizer and someone's in the wall, and he's a little lagging. He's going for the pit lane. Nicely done. I don't know what's happening. Yeah, so Montana is on the hard tire compound, but Vaporizer is on the medium, so technically Vaporizer is faster. Montana should be a little bit slower, but if he can keep it in the DRS, Montana is gonna win time over his predicted stint time, as I could say. All right, 20-second gap between second and third place. We have a lot of movement over here. Catfish Hunter, Dark Warrior gained a position, but I think it's just because of Sven, who retired earlier. Does he have damage to his front wing? He has damage to his front wing, so he's gonna have to pit again. He's on the hard tire compound from what is said on the telemetry, but The screen shows he's on the mediums. But he's gonna lose a lot of time in his stint if he keeps this spot. If he doesn't pit, he's gonna lose a lot of time, and if he pits, he's gonna lose a lot of time. So it's pretty much done for him. He's gonna come right in front of his teammate. As who do we have here? Muggern behind of Hidden for 11th. Both on new hards. DRS open. Down the inside, Held breaks his opponent. Easily done. Really close to the wall. Can Hidden take advantage of this little mistake, sorry. And it's side by side. He's gonna squeeze into turn 2, and they going to touch. And he's gonna lose the car, and oof, that was close. With marking weeks. But I think no one has any sort of damage, so the race can keep itself going. As I think I see some rain now, so it's gonna rain again in Montreal. 3 races this weekend, and the 3 races had rain. So whoever started on the mediums and went on the softs probably gained more time than people who started on the hards. If the rain keeps coming, obviously. And now we have marking weeks for 11th, who's going to retake his position as Hidden with no DRS, looking down the inside, but really cutting in front of Muggern, who was surprised by the sudden move. Was that a move under braking? I don't know, but it was quite dangerous from Muggern's perspective. Here the gap stays still between the two front runners. Sorry, as I am trying to we saw VTech down in plumb last, when he crashed with someone, and now he's up in 7th. We're starting to see everyone, well, not everyone, but everyone's going to start to pit for intermediates, as Montana is only 3/10 behind Vaporizer. And I think Vaporizer made the best choice out of the two, because with the mediums he had more pace than his opponent, obviously for a short amount of time, well, shorter than the hards at least. And they're probably going to pit soon. 14, 15, 16 laps with the mediums. Easily possible. As that is a wider line for Montana. Ooh. Whew. VTech down the outside, I think. And it doesn't seem like the intermediates are ready yet, because Lion is losing places. Nene is going for a one-stop strategy. And obviously, if everyone stops for intermediates, if he needs to stop for intermediates, the hard tire compound, if you started on the hards and didn't crash, this was the good decision. That's what I wanted to say in conclusion. Starting on the hards was the better strategy. As we can go another lap. The rain is not heavy enough yet to think about the intermediates. I think maybe Lion had a bit of damage as Catfish Hunter picks up penalty, as well as Akil-Ra. Looking down the inside, and there's obviously missing pace with Lion. As he tries to protect the inside. Mockenweeks is getting, and we have someone who crashed. Someone's off. And it was, alright. It's pretty much out of the race. Someone is stopped on the racetrack. I hope, I don't know what happened. Did he crash? I hope he's still gonna be there. And in the middle of the track. Did he crash? Yeah, he did crash. So Hidden bent it into the wall. And has he... Sven? See. Hidden said that Sven moved under braking, but Sven... I think he was talking about Mockenweeks moving under braking. We missed that. As... we have people fighting here. Lion... still... losing places on the intermediates. Has Hidden is furious in the chat. Talking about Mockenweeks moving under braking and pushing him into the wall. As we... is this slapped cars? Yes, it is. Sometimes these are going to pay off as we have someone into the wall. VSC. It's time for people to stop for intermediates. Darkwire is going to take advantage, smashing angrily, vigorously the pit stop sign. Catfish is going to stay out. Sven is not in this race, so we have 11 people in the lobby. And no one's probably going to take advantage of this VSC. Let's see who's close. Just have things pop up on my screen every now and then. So the VSC is Nene into pits, going for the intermediates, and Nene started all the way back in P18, is going to come out in P8 as 0F1 overtook Lion on the intermediates. So Lion seems to be lacking pace on the intermediates, even though it's raining. It probably isn't raining hard enough for intermediates. I get it. It's frustrating when we have a great race. You had a great race hidden, but sometimes it happens. Vaporizer on 20 laps old. Mediums. Still hanging in there. So the top 4 still needs to stop for intermediates. Are they going to? Because if they do, I don't think they're going to lose their place. We have 32nd between AJ and Montana, 26 seconds between VTEC and AJ. So if, and maybe if, and there it is, VTEC in the pits for intermediates. Is he going to try it? Who was that? Vengeful One, Catfish Hunter, someone lost it. And that was Catfish Hunter who lost it over AJ. Scraggleton down in P4. VTEC is not going to come out in front of him. Scraggleton in P4, 37 seconds behind AJ, who still needs to pit. The top 2 still needs to pit. As Montana overtook Vaporizer, and we missed it. I missed it again. Battle for the lead. And now Montana is going to... There's 1, 2, 5, 8 laps left. 8 laps left. 20 seconds, 21 seconds for a pit stop. Vaporizer needs to stop. Montana probably wants to make the best out of the hard compounds. Maybe he's not gonna stop. Maybe he wanted a... That is someone trying to unlap themselves. Because VTEC is gonna want to go for a battle. VTEC is going to make a move on Scraggleton using the blue flags, and that is a great strategy. I mean, I've used it a single time, and it feels pretty good. You feel like Einstein when you do that, really. 200 IQ play, that's how you feel. As VTEC went for the soft tire compound, he's now in P3. Vaporizer stopped for the soft, so we're not gonna see Montana pitting, I think. If the top 3, if Vaporizer and AJ aren't pitting for intermediates, then I don't see why Montana should pit. Have a stable intervals between drivers as VTEC is still trying to unlap himself. Yellow flag sector 3 as Lion went off. And a 0F1 overtook him for P6. Probably too much power at the exit of the airpin. Spun out in the grass. Even more slippery when it rains. So we have 17 seconds between the top 1 and 2. It's raining a little bit, and these tires aren't probably at their best, their optimum pace. So could he catch him with only 6 laps to go? Let's see what kind of lap he does. As Mocking Weeks comes out of the pit with the softs in front of Catfish Hunter. Mocking Weeks, P10 for him, and now it's, I don't know if he had problems under braking. I don't know if the braking zone for the airpin is getting trickier. It seems like he took a really has. Mocking Weeks crashed, I think. He did, and now he's facing the right way, and he lost it. And now it's getting really slippery out there. Sector 1. Yellow flag sector 1 and sector 2 now. I'm trying to catch it, but I can't see it. I don't know. It's probably Mocking Weeks DNFs. If it could bring out a safety car. So we have about 3 seconds a lap. He was on 16 at the previous lap, but yeah, so the DRS is disabled for the rest of the race. That means the situation is getting worse for the drier tire compound. Let's just have an onboard moment. And it's raining a lot on the track. Let's just see what the penalties look like. Montana stopped. Montana in the pits. Montana stopped. Montana stops for intermediates. Comes out 6 seconds behind Vaporizer. And now we have a battle for the lead. Blue flags for VTech, who is going to let him by Montana. I think it's 9 seconds now for Montana. So just before something happens, we have penalty, so 6 seconds in total. And Vaporizer has 3 seconds, so he needs to overtake Vaporizer and build a 3-second gap between him and the McLaren driver. Nene went in the pits 4 laps ago and changed for the drier compound since the intermediates weren't working much, and now he's stuck in rainier conditions. But he's got an 11-second advantage, and now we are down to 4 seconds. 4 seconds and a lot of traffic in front. Can he do it? There's 3 laps left. He needs to gain 6 seconds. That's about 2 seconds a lap. Einstein here. that's probably what we're gonna follow. 3.3 now. He's gaining massively on Vaporizer. I don't think the conditions are getting better. I mean, he's not gonna get DRS, of course, but we're gonna see a talent show right here by the end of this race. Feels pretty much like Belgium, where Hamilton was catching up to Leclerc massively. Let's see if Montana can get a good lap in, get some good laps in. 2 laps left. And it's raining more and more on the track. I would like to know how much he's gaining every single sector. He's down to 1.8 seconds. Vaporizer. Vaporizer needs to keep it clean. You don't want to lose a position to Montana. You don't want to get a penalty to learn that you have, in fact, a 4-second lead at the moment. We're going to start this last lap in about a second. Blue flag for the car in front. I think it's a Haas. It's not. It's Nene, I think. It's not. It's Craigleton. So P4 is 1 lap down. I think P4 is done, actually. Okay, so let's just follow them. Vaporizer. He's gonna defend. He's gonna squeeze him. Can Montana make it stick? No, that was a really difficult move, and now he's gonna have him ahead the exit, and he's 6/10. He's gonna gain a lot of time right now as the exit of the corner, but each corner is pretty slippery. Now Vaporizer needs to keep it on track, needs to keep it clean. DRS is enabled, so the situation is going to dry up. But is it going to dry enough for Vaporizer to keep? Oh, that is going to cost him on the main straight, but he's going to have DRS. Oh, that is quite dumb. That is quite... I don't even know what to say. I'm just really impressed by how everything's going down. And he's going to win the race. NSX Vaporizer wins the race. Off track, Montana wins the race on track, as everyone is at their final lap. Intervals are pretty stable, as Dark Warrior is going to finish in P12. Vaporizer celebrating in the chat. Catfish Hunter picks up the last penalty of this race, as AJ is going to be the last one to cross the line with a there's a lot of sass in the chat, to be honest, as AJ is going to have the victory, well, the podium wiggle, sorry. Third place for him. Tricky conditions again in Montreal. Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, quite the challenge for the racers, as we see Vaporizer on the top step of the podium. Montana on the second step. And the Red Bull driver AJ on the third step of the podium. GG to every driver. The final standings are as follows. Fastest lap is a 1:11.3 for Vaporizer, who's going to take 26 points for this victory. Seems like the mediums paid off. Montana in second place. AJ in third. VTech in fourth. Scraggleton in fifth. Well done to every driver. Not the cleanest of races, but it was pretty close and we had a lot of things happening, putting a great show as they do every week. And thanks for everyone. Thanks for everyone who showed up. We're gonna see each other next week in France for round 8 in this A1 league. Have a great week, everyone.